Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business.
PiSeas Tarot, everybody. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here at PiSeas Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we about to get into somebody's business. When I tell you Spirit has pulled up a chair, the tea is steaming hot, y'all. Ooh, child, when I tell you, I was like, what in the world? Because when I tell y'all what I've been hearing since I woke up, man, let me tell you, all I know is this is somebody's business. Good morning to my guppies, swimming morning and early in the morning light. Good evening to my night owls and my graveyard shifts. A big old warm filled love to my international cousins joining me from all over the world. If you are new to the Pisces pod, go ahead and put a star in the chat. If you are a returning friend, go ahead and put that fish in the chat. We want to recognize all of our new and returning folks over here to the pod. So come on in, and let's slide right on into the soul circle, y'all, as we give our warm and fuzzy, warm welcoming to our newbies and a return for our spiritual family. Welcome you coming back to the beach. Why can't I speak, y'all? What is happening? All right, so here's the agenda so that you know how we're flowing today. All right. Number one, we're going to start off with the energy cleanse, which is a gentle minute just for us to center and bring ourselves into alignment with spirit. Then we'll hop on over to the divine insights, which I have a download and an earworm for you guys today. It is very shocking. I'm going to tell you that now. Then we'll hop on over to the energy reading. We'll fill out what's bubbling underneath the surface. Then we'll get over to the tarot card reading and confirm everything of what Spirit has been telling me. And then I'll bookmark this with some closing thoughts. So listen, okay, if y'all ready to get into this, I need y'all to find them scrub brushes, because, child, I don't want to hold off. All right, let's go in. Here we go. All right, y'all, before we move forward, it's important for us to just take a minute to ground ourselves and to level set and become one with spirit, okay? We're going to take in 3 deep breaths, hold it, and release it slowly, all right? The first one, we're just going to practice doing that. So inhale for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, release it for 4, all right? Here we go. Now let's invite clarity and balance and release any tension and distractions. All right. Lastly, let's bring in that final alignment and release anything that we don't want to control or hold on to in this season. All right. Here we go. Beautiful. Now let's get ready to clear the air with any remaining stagnant energy with the help of our girl Boo Boo. Here we go. Divine Spirit, we invite you into this space. Wrap us with your protection and your guidance. Surround us with your light and your love. Allow this reading to bring clear, accurate, and deliver messages in the highest good for all of those who are involved. We invite insight, clarity, and truth. Thank you. Amen. And I say. All right, y'all, as we shift gears and prepare for a little bit of fun and a whole lot of truth, let's tap into these deep insights. Reminder, This is a safe and sacred space. Your honesty, your openness, your transparency, your laughter, your cries, everything is all welcome here. We have all been a fool in love, and today may just be your turn, baby. So don't worry if this reading calls you out just a little bit, okay? We all been there before. So if you're ready for spirit to start cooking, go ahead and drop those cooking emojis, cooking emojis, cooking emojis. Cause child, when I tell you this woke me up, and I'm just like, well, all right then. So if you're ready to go ahead and jump into this reading, I want to see those cooking emojis, cooking emojis, cooking emojis. Cause child, I got questions. I want answers. I need information. I need insight. I need all of the above. Okay. All right. Here we go. Now, each day before I do a reading, okay, I always take a moment to tap in, sit quiet with spirit, listen, and reflect on the energies that are moving throughout the collective. Sometimes it's a download, sometimes it's a vision, sometimes it's an earworm and won't go away, okay? And today, this is a very interesting earworm, if I'm being honest with you, because I woke up. First of all, I had a dream about my ex, okay, an ex partner of mine. And I was thinking about the dream and how odd of a dream it was, but I was also reflecting on a conversation that I had with somebody else yesterday that I didn't necessarily appreciate. And I was just thinking about a lot of different things, and I was thinking about barriers. I was reflecting upon resistance, understanding that there's reasoning behind when you meet people, and it just seems so difficult, like you're pulling teeth and trying to get them to, be cohesive and be collaborative and all those different things like that. And as I was sitting there thinking about that and trying to ascertain the message for you guys, I started to hear this song playing in my ear. This song comes from the year, I believe it was 1997, maybe. Yeah, it was 1997. Okay. And the song is Notorious B.I.G. This was his last album, and it has on here a feature from R. Kelly. Okay. And of all the things that I'm hearing, okay, this is literally what I'm hearing, y'all. Okay. Y'all ready? You must be used to me spending and all that sweet winding and dining. But I am tonight. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? You must be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining. But I'm tonight. And so, what I was thinking about as it all came together, we all take calculated risk when we meet people and we start to get to know people. Some people take their time, some people move exceptionally fast. Regardless of whatever your rate and your pace is for dating and getting to know people, we all take calculated risk. And over time, you either come to realize that the people that or the person that you thought you were dating is not nowhere near the person that you thought that they were when you first started getting to know them, or they're coming across a whole lot differently than what you initially anticipated them to come across to you as, okay? And so it doesn't matter what type of relationship you have with people, inevitably the end game is to get to the point of where you're intimate in more than one way. Not there is an emotional intimacy, there is a physical intimacy, there is a rawness, there is a vulnerability, but sometimes you meet people and they're not necessarily interested in partaking in that piece of intimacy. They just want to get straight to the physical, but they don't want to open up the mental. They don't want to be emotionally responsible. And so I was thinking about that because I had a conversation with someone yesterday that I just really didn't appreciate. And as I reflected upon our initial engagements, I'm like, okay, so you just really put on a show. And you have to pay attention to what people are saying because I remember specifically this person saying to me, "Oh, you just like what you think you know about me." And I just always think that that's weird when people say that. Let that be a clear indicator that that is a sign. Whenever someone says something like that to you, while it may be true, because we all put on representatives, it doesn't matter who you are, we all do it because we're all eager to impress. We're all trying to get people to buy in and enjoy us and like us for who we are. Everybody wants to feel received and welcomed, right? But the reality is people do go through extremes to fool you, right? And they it's a form of manipulation. Honestly, it is because they're not being their authentic selves to truly be who they are so that you can make a best choice guess based on the information that you have. You could say, okay, either this is or is not for me. Okay. So a lot of times when you meet people, they'll go through the whole shebang of trying to get you to woo you, to lure you in, and all of those things. With the end goal being, I just want to get to the point of where I am tonight. And sometimes it's organic and sometimes it's pressured, right? But the reality of it is that when you meet people and they throw up these flags and you're trying to get to know them and they're putting up these barriers and resistance, those barriers and resistance are there for a reason. Those are boundaries, okay? And a lot of times we just get frustrated, we shut down, we ask a lot of questions trying to get pointed answers, and you will never get the answer because that person doesn't want that side of them to be exposed to you, okay? So when I was sitting there noodling all this, I'm like, Spirit, what are you trying to tell us? What is the message for the collective today? And here's the thing, whether it's a lyric, a phrase, a feeling, or a spiritual prompt, I know that if we landed here today for a reason, okay? Someone may have needed this clarity. Someone may have needed this reminder. Somebody may have needed this confirmation, okay? No matter what, this message is here for a reason. And if you're ready to get into that reason, I want you to go ahead and put those tea kettles in the chat, tea kettles in the chat, tea kettles in the chat. Because, baby, I want to know, what is all of this about? Who's been defrauded by the person that they thought that they was getting to know? All right, here we go. All right, let's pour this tea, shall we? Spirit, I know you got something to say, okay? And I want you guys just to remember that whenever we're talking about energy, it is important to remember that the universe speaks to us in an abundance of ways. Sometimes it's through signs, synchronicities, wonders, thoughts, emotions, patterns, dreams, people, even silence, okay? You just got to be still long enough to hear it, all right? So today, the overall energy is, I can't believe I'm hearing what I'm hearing. You must be used to me spending. And all that sweet whining and dining. But I'm tonight. Wow. Very aggressive energy, right? It's not even cute. It's not even funny. It's not even flattering. Like it's almost coming with a sense of entitlement. You know, it's like I've been investing in you all this time, doing what I'm doing. Let's stop the and I think he even says that in the song. Let's stop the BS. Okay, like demanding. It's almost like I have ownership. I don't care what you're talking about. I'm at that point now. We're here now, and I'm ready to tonight. Okay, that's really what it is. All right. Woo, y'all. Spirit done came over here and tore up the place. Hold on, y'all. Hold that thought. Told y'all, Spirit got something to say. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm just seeing stuff just falling, and I'm like, what is happening? Y'all see, I ain't doing nothing. All right, so here we go. What's the overall energy reading for today? Even Spirit said this is disgusting. Okay. Yeah. Seriously, pay attention to stuff like that. All right, now, what is the overall energy reading for today, is Spirit? In perfect harmony. Okay, in perfect harmony. They've been investing in learning how to play this game for a very long time. This is a tune that they've been playing. And now it's like, you know what? It's time for everything to come together. Whether or not you ready or not, the show must go on, right? The show must go on. Whether you ready or not, whether you meant for us to be in this space or not, this is what's happening. Okay? This is exactly what's happening. And it's a very dominating, very cold, very aggressive energy. I keep saying that but that's what I'm picking up on, right? Almost to the point to where you may feel uncomfortable with this person because it's almost blinding how, well, it's not even it's not, it's almost, it is very blinding how stark and cold their energy is. They came off in the beginning as being someone who was very warm, someone who's very sincere and genuine. And this is how, especially women, we get sucked in. I'm not saying that men don't fall victim to this at all, because you absolutely do. But this is how women get sucked in, because you fall in love with the warm and fuzzies. You fall in love with the possibilities. You fall in love with what you think is, okay? And it becomes this fantasy fairy tale of what your relationship with this person really truly is. But when you remove all the glitz and the glamour, it's just like, oh, all you wanted to do was, okay, you could have said that a long time ago. We could have skipped the games. But no one's going to lead with that. Okay? No one's going to, you have few that will. But most times there's a whole game that is being played. You know, it's a cat and mouse game, and people get off from that. I hate to say it. Now, what is the truth that we need to hear for our journey? Purpose. I know what I am here to do. Okay? Purpose. I know what I am here to do. The color purple is here on both of these cards, okay? And I want you to pay close attention to the color purple here. Yoo-hoo, come back. Thank you. Y'all see that? Spirit is up in here. Y'all saw my stuff get knocked down. Now my camera is off, okay? Um, mm, mm. Listen, I want you to pay attention to the color purple this morning that's on this card, because that reflects you needing to pay attention and open up your third eye. You need to pay attention to the signs, synchronicities, wonders. It's not coincidental. You're being shown things about this person for a specific reason. And stop underscoring that. Stop looking at it as putting like this line underneath it, like it's a highlight, but it's not significant. No, it's significant, okay? And you need to pay attention to it, okay? Period. When you take notes and you write something and you underline it like that and you underscore it, that's to put emphasis on it. But don't just be like, oh, this is a yellow flag. No, you need to do more than just put a line underneath it, all right? So, guys of the hidden realm, what messages do you have for us today? Surrender to the change. This is the art of allowing resilience, and adaptability. Okay? So now that they're showing you who they are, what do? Do you go along with it, hoping that eventually the old version of them will materialize again? Or are you comfortable and confident with accepting who they are? You can't force somebody to show up for you when they don't want to show up for you. You got to understand what a barrier is. You got to understand what resistance is. You got to understand what a boundary is, and however the way that it materializes for you. Most importantly, you also have got to understand that when you're asking someone to exceed what they're willing to give you, that is beyond the pale. In the simplest of forms, that is beyond the pale. It is nothing else there to talk about. It's nothing else there to discuss. You're asking them to be somebody that they're not, and you have to give them space and opportunity to be who they are because they're showing you. And if that person doesn't coincide with who you are, why are we even sitting here playing this game? All right. Why are we sitting up here playing this game? Now, decisions. Perfect actions are shown. I can't make this up. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can surrender all decisions to you. May I trust during times of transition that the perfect actions will be shown. Grant me patience to allow these events to line up as they need to. Okay. So we're talking about purpose again. And y'all see this is the color purple. Okay. Color purple is on here. Color purple is on here. Okay. This has a lot to do with your intuition. All right. It has a lot to do with your intuition. And let me say this, what's perfect for you may not be perfect for someone else. Seeing this person for who they are, not the sexy time being at the bottom of the deck as I'm cutting the shuffle. Even the bad things are used to come together as an aggregate for you to see and to know what you need to see and to know. Okay? It's that simple. It's that simple. All right? So, how is this showing up for us in our day-to-day life? The grind, okay? Somebody has been working hard to get to this point. Okay, you've been asking of them to do things that is not like them. They've been exceeding your expectations. They've been working hard being somebody that they not. Okay? And that's where the aggression comes from. You must be used to me spending and all the sweet whining and dining, but I'm tonight. I don't know how, I mean, that's what he said, and I don't know how else to mask that. That's what that man said. Mm, mm, mm. How you gonna tell me what I'm doing? I mean, like, for real. Now, as we dig deeper into this energy and begin to tune into the people who are potentially involved, and yes, we're talking about them too, I want you to stay focused now on what resonates with you and let the rest float away. If it doesn't fit, don't force it, all right? Okay? Now, here we go. Yes, I'm dropping coffee all in my lap. What is going on this morning? You must be used to me spending. Not the gold digger card when I cut the deck. Gold digger. You must be used to me spending. And all that sweet whining and dining. Playing games. Manifest. Tell the universe exactly what you want. Okay, so somebody has been trying to manifest this. They've been working hard to get to this moment. Okay, they've been trying to, and this is where the frustration can be a little bit as well, because you have been working so hard to call into existence this opportunity, this connection with someone, right? You've been working so diligently to inspire to have this type of lifestyle and this type of connection and this type of intimacy, but you are being deceived in sort, because what you think this is not really what you think that this is. It is a slow burn setting you up for failure. Okay? It is a slow burn setting you up for failure. In recent weeks, okay, we've heard about this in the public eye with the Diddy trial that's going on. Not that I want to bring him up, but using that as an example of how people go through extremes to deceive people and to defraud people, right? It's a thing. Okay. Future love, finding new love. How will you meet? What is the time that you will meet? Is something blocking your union? What do you need to work for to be ready for this relationship? What are they like? Characteristics of your relationship and future potential. So, we're all here doing these readings, right? Right now, trying to figure out what's going on here. So, that card came flying out. But this is about you checking in, okay? What do you think about when whatever it is that you're pondering? Take a moment to check in with how you feel about it. Do you feel lighter or heavier, excited or filled with dread? Okay. Pay attention to your inner guidance. Okay. So this is taking us back to the intuition. It is also helpful. Now, if you've been hearing me talking to you about your intuition several times already this morning, because we've been talking about the color purple, I want you to go ahead and put the ear in the chat because we've absolutely been talking about it, okay? This is about you checking in. This is about you looking at how is this person making you feel? Is it organic? Is it open? Is it inviting? Is it coming across in a way that you desire to want to be intimate with them? Or does it feel forced? Does it feel like you're being toyed with? Does it feel like a game? Okay. Does it feel like the pressure is there? Or is this like organically growing and thriving? The pressure is here. Okay. As I said, that connection just popped out. Stay connected with others, nature, and the universe. Okay. When you stay connected with nature and the universe, you will start to feel like your intuition is back in alignment. You will start to feel like things are opening for you to where you can make clear and concise decisions. Okay. You see things innately for what they are. All right. Massimo, masculine, pride, toxic masculinity, meeting manly expectations. Y'all, I can't make this up. This card came flying out as I was shuffling. Okay? You must be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining, but I'm okay. How you gonna tell me, clown? How you gonna tell me? All right? How you gonna clown? Okay? Every time I say that, I think about my son. Clown mocks me when I'm driving. I know, clown. But if you know that this person has been a clown, or if you even feel like what we're talking about is clownish, I want you to go ahead and put the clown emoji in the chat. Like, how you gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, when I'm gonna do it, how I'm gonna do it? You must be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining. But I'm gonna get me some tonight. Not even saying that. Being so crass, so rude to demand that you gon' tonight? No, 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 no. We ain't doing that. So what's the tea here? Dust it off. Dust it off. Okay? They ready for you to stop acting like you innocent. Stop acting like you ain't ever been here before. Dust it off. Like he said, bring it to me. Okay? It's a very demanding, condescending, belittling, toxic energy. Okay? I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. I don't like the energy at all. And for those of you who've been here since the beginning, y'all seen how stuff just been falling apart up over here. So yeah, we all in agreement. All right. Now, what lies beneath all of this, Spirit? What lies beneath all of this? Recording, announcement, expression, revealing. Okay. Maybe there is some type of evidence of this type of plot, some type of recording, some type of something that was said, or someone didn't know that there was like some type of conversation being recorded. For somebody specifically, I feel like it may have come through the area of the byway of a butt dial, okay? Where you answer the phone, somebody didn't realize that the phone called you, and you're saying hello, hello. Y'all know how I go, hello, and they don't hear you because they're talking to somebody else, and you overhear a conversation. That's the way that I'm hearing this. And for some of you, it may have even been on your voicemail, okay? Mm. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? Toxic love, drama, addictions, a love-hate relationship. Okay, this is the second time that word toxic has come up. All right, so this is a toxic love story. We're dealing with drama, we're dealing with addictions, we're dealing with a love-hate relationship. Mm. What is the true emotion here, Spirit? You must be used to me spending and all this sweet whining and dining. Mm, mm, mm. Just when you think you done met Prince Charming, this mother trucker over here is so full of malarkey that it ain't even funny. I mean, like, this person over here just feels so entitled to it. Mm.
Clown.
All right, what's the true emotion here? What does this person want from this person? If you know who I'm talking about, just go ahead and put the clown emoji in the chat. Fed up. Okay, remember I told you this, there's an aggressive energy here. Remember I told you like this person is really like irritated, they fed up. I mean, how many ways can you say it to Sunday? You must be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining, but I'm tonight, is what the man said. What is the true crime here? This person is tired of playing the games. It was cute at first because they had ambition, but the longer you held out, the longer that you took your time getting to know them, the longer you became more curious, the more impossible it was for them to continue down that path with creating this feeling, you know? They couldn't keep it up. Alive, okay? Alive. They want to make sure that is right, okay? It's a pulse check, all right? Putting the pressure in. Like, listen, I want to make sure that I'm not wasting my capital investments on somebody that I'm not going to be able to get any returns on. The capital gains, okay? Now, what is the yin and the yang? What is the yin and the yang, Spirit? This person may also not have a relationship with God, okay? So they may be a little bit disconnected there as well. This person comes with a very heavy, I won't call them demonic, but what I will say is this person could have sexual demons that are attached to them that operates through them, okay? Inner child healing, wounding, coping mechanism, learned behavior, self-discovery. So this person could have been violated as a child, okay? And this is part of where a lot of this sexual deviancy comes from, okay? This is their way of trying to take control of the narrative, trying to take control and avoid the fact that, you know, people, not everybody go through healing when they've been violated as a child, okay? Or they've dealt with traumatic things that stem from sexual abuse, okay? Um or misuse, I should say. Yeah. But this person may have some baggage there that they've misappropriated in their life and projected onto others. Okay. And that goes back to those actual demons that I referenced a minute ago. Okay. Now, what is blocking this connection from growing and thriving? I think we kind of already know. This person is a fake, phony, and a fraud. Criticizing. Criticizing your partner is driving them away. Focus on their good qualities. Okay. So they're criticizing because they're not getting their way with you. They're not getting what they want from you. They feel like they've been on their best behavior. They feel like the reward in this is to get what they want from you. And the reality is, you don't owe them not a doggone thing. If I don't want to sleep with you, I'm not required to have with you. I'm not. But for some reason, this person feels like they're entitled to it. Okay? They said, you must be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining, but I'm tonight. Excuse me, like what? Like who are you talking to with that demeanor, sir? And why do you feel like that's appropriate? All right, so when I tell you spirit is tearing up my office space today. So the question then remains, is it truly love here in this connection or not? I don't feel like it is, but I want to ask because you may feel like it is, right? But it definitely feels like someone's been duped here. Whoop. I think you're great, but I'm worried about what other people may think. So this is about people feeling like they're being influenced by others. So there is a cold connection here. Like there's mixed signals here, but it's very cold, okay? And it goes back to those expectations that were being set, right? And where it's like, you know what, I might not be so afraid of crossing this bridge if I wasn't afraid of what other people gonna think about me just meeting you, and now we already doing the butt. Okay, that may have a whole lot of impact on this. You should not be worried about what somebody else is going to say or think. I mean, we're all adults, right? It doesn't matter if you want to wait 90 days, 90 years, whatever, right? You're grown. Long as you're being accountable and responsible for the things that you did and didn't do, it doesn't matter. But I understand we live in a very judgmental society. So go ahead and drop down those zodiac signs in the chat. Go ahead and drop them zodiac signs in the chat because I want to know whose business we about to get into. Person A. Okay, person A. I definitely feel like you need to spend some time checking in with yourself. Okay, realize how this is really truly making you feel because the pressure is here, the heat is on. Okay, the heat is on. All right, I definitely feel like you have been working so hard to try to manifest a good quality love story, a good quality person in your life, and you're being encouraged to remain connected with the universe. Okay, you're being encouraged to tap into your third eye during this time and pay attention to it. You are also being encouraged to pay attention to the fact that there is a toxic situation here. Okay, it's full of drama, it's addictive, it's a love-hate relationship. Excuse me. And you need to pay attention to this. Okay? You need to pay attention to this. What you're feeling is real. Okay? It's alive. It's not nothing fake. It's not nothing phony. It is what it is. Okay? This person is not exactly who you think they are. Now, this other person, on the other hand, is walking around here with this masculine pride, okay? Very toxic masculinity, meeting manly expectations. They're getting fed up. They're getting sick and tired of playing this game with you. They really need to work on their own inner child healing, but they're not going to tell you that, and they're not going to do this. This person could be very much so criticizing you. They're ready for you to dust it off, okay? Um, they're ready for you to dust it off. They could be revealing their true, authentic emotions and thoughts and feelings about you through a recording of some type, a voicemail, or a butt dial conversation. All right. Now, if y'all ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead and drop them zodiac signs in the chat, because it's time for us to figure out whose business we are. Okay. Remember, I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And if you're not called, you can stay here as a cross watcher. Okay. Because the real question is, whose business are we about to get into? All right. Here we go. All right. Person A. Person A is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Where all my fire signs at? If you or your person is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I want you to put the fire signs in the chat. This is about the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay, bad luck, no control, resistant to change, breaking cycles, negative phase. Okay. Ooh, excuse me. I told y'all my sleep is starting to kick back in the right way. Okay. So just be patient with me, y'all. Just be patient with me. All right. Now, person B. Who is person B in all of this? Person B is. Oh. Person B is a earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you or your person is a fire sign or earth sign, I want you to either put the fire or the earth sign there. Person B, you're coming in as the hermit. This is soul searching. This is introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth seeking, being alone, independence. Excuse me, inner guidance, meditation, and consciousness. Okay. So basically, they're being called right now to go within to heal their inner child, to do the work there. But they're not, like I said before, this person is not collectively or innately in tune with their spiritual side. Okay, I don't feel this person is one of those people that's really attached to their spiritual side, and it definitely feels like this person has these sexual demons that are um running wild, to where they just having a way with this person. Okay, and they and bring other invoke other people in this lifestyle, but it's very, I can't really describe it. It's horrible. I don't like it. And we all know people who tend to have these types of tendencies. So anyway, if y'all ready to get into this, I want to see those magnifying glasses, because child, listen, we don't judge, but we show up and zoom in, get the information, and come on out. Okay. All right, if y'all ready to get into this reading, here we go. All right, y'all. So this is where we get into the cards, and this is where the energy meets the message, and where I bring confirmation, clarity, or maybe even conviction. Okay. I don't know who we talking about today, but this person is so sick and tired of being patient with you. They said you must be used to me spending and all that sweet whining and dining, but I am what? tonight. This person is a sexual deviant. I hate to tell you that.
I'm a clown. I'm a clown. I'm a clown.
All right, so now that you're coming into awareness of that, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, what does this mean for you? Okay, what does this mean for you? All right. So both of you guys are coming in with major arcana this morning, okay? Both of you guys are coming in with major arcana. You are going through a transformative state, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, where you are changing how you move, okay? Which is possibly where some of the irritant is, because this person in the past may have felt a little bit more like you would be open and receptive to this type of relationship. There has been a barrier here where they have not been open, they have not been honest, they have not been genuine nor sincere, okay? All of these things are legitimately problematic, okay? In every which way, shape, form, and fashion, okay? Which is why right now you're coming in as the Queen of Wands, okay? You've been sitting back, Queen of Swords. I said Queen of Wands. I told y'all my sleep's coming down. So this is where you've been sitting back and reflecting and acknowledging and paying attention to all of the things that have been going on in this connection. And if I'm being honest with you, you are not feeling so good about this connection right now.
Clown.
You feel pressured, you feel stressed, you feel like this is inorganic, okay? And you're absolutely right, it is. This person has tried to pull wool over your eyes in terms of what their motives were, in terms of what their agenda was. They have put on a whole facade about who they say that they are. And it is so unnecessary, okay? Now, this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is here. They're coming in as the Seven of Swords in reverse, okay? Whatever lies that they have been telling, whether it's through the excessive spending, okay, the pretending like they were interested in more than what they are, all of those lies are being exposed right now, okay? All of those lies are being exposed right now. And that's where some of the irritation is coming from, right? Because they're battling with a sense of entitlement, okay? This individual feels like they have poured into this connection and that they're worthy of being able to get to this point to where you are moving forward and going to the next level. But for some reason, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you have been feeling so just uneasy about this whole situation to the point to where it's like normally by now you would have jumped in, but you're not moving forward with this because it doesn't sit well with your spirit. Okay? And it's for a reason, okay? It is absolutely, positively, undeniably for a reason that you're feeling this way. And that's why I spent that time earlier in this reading talking about when you come across these barriers, when you come across these disconnects in a relationship where things are just not growing with ease, right? It's these barriers are there for a reason, okay? And these are boundaries that are not being explicitly shared with you, but they're being implied through this person's actions, okay? And this is where, again, the irritant is. This is where the rub is, because they feel like they could have done all these different things to fool you. And this would have worked on 7-11 other people, but it wouldn't work on you. You see right through it.
All a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, you see right through it. And you're not here for the games. You're not here for the lies. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you are paying attention to it. And you looking at it and you just like,
Bruh, look at this dude.
like you see it. You see it. Okay, you see it. So this is where they're applying pressure. Okay, this is where they're applying pressure because they're getting annoyed. They're like, okay, I done spent all this money on you. I'm taking you to all the fine restaurants. I'm taking you on the best of vacations. If we go to Cancun, if we go down to the Cancun in Mexico, oh, trust me, we're not even going to land on the plane. I'm going to on the plane. This is a very aggressive energy. Okay, let me be clear. This is a very aggressive energy. This energy is coming across as almost that of the Mandingo syndrome, okay? And I'm going to put it there for you to research on it because I don't want to go into detail about what that's about, but it's a very prominent socialization and cultural energy, okay, that has not left the Black community, but people have adapted to it in modern society where you just go around and doing all these different things, okay? But for you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because they've been spending so much time and effort and energy cultivating this picture that doesn't align with them, this is a flag for you. And you just like, whoa. Now, what is favorable about this connection, okay? What is most favorable about this connection? We got the Three of Swords, okay? What is favorable here is that the truth is coming. I just said this to you guys, that the truth is coming out, okay? Remember I told y'all earlier when this recording card came out, remember I told y'all early on, I said it feels like the truth was revealed through a butt dial or some type of recording about what their motive and their true intention was. Remember when I said that with the Seven of Swords, the lies are coming out, all right? Here it is again, okay? There was some type of motive that was placed here all along. I don't know if it was a bet. I don't know if it was some type of deal, there was some type of conversation about what the motive is, okay? And you, unfortunately, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, was the target of this, okay? So now that, things are not working out the way that they wanted it to work out, it is very much so becoming frustrated and very toxic for this person. And it's also very, very toxic for you because this is not what you thought you were getting into, okay? At all. Had you known that this would be where you are with this person, I don't think you would have really given them the time of day. All right? Now, what is consequential and or problematic about this? Okay, the Seven of Wands popped out as with the Empress in reverse. Okay. Now, with these two cards, I feel as though what has happened is part of your resistance in all of this, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, is that your intuition is telling you that something in this connection is not real. Okay. What this is for quite some time. And it has been one big question mark over your head, whether it's something that they said, whether it's something that they've done. This has really come across, okay, as being something that has caused you great alarm, all right? And it has been one big question mark over your head, whether it's something that they said, whether it's something that they've done. This has really come across, okay, as being something that has caused you great alarm, all right? And you are like, you know what? I'm protecting myself from this. I don't know if you're married. I don't know if you've got several other involved, but the way that you're pressuring me is a huge red flag. And I'm letting you know that I'm suspicious of you because of it.
I found that comment to be very suspect.
Okay. So what is problematic or consequential about this relationship? Because I definitely feel like your intuition is talking to you and has been talking to you, which is why Spirit is telling you to tune into your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. Well, we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. What's problematic is this is a stalemate. This relationship ain't gonna never go nowhere. Okay. It is what it is. This person came in here with the motive, okay? They came in with the least of the best of intentions, okay? They came into this with a with a I mean, motive is the only way that I can say it. Like they had an agenda. You were a target. Okay, I've said that once before. I'm going to say it again. You were a target, and your intuition has been going off. Your spider webs have been going off, okay? Everything has been telling you that something about this individual does not sit well and it isn't right, okay? But because you've been working so hard and so diligently to manifest a perfect type of connection for you, you're trying to overlook these things, but your spidey senses are going off like, girl, don't ignore the red flags, okay? Do not ignore the red flags. Now, what is this trying to teach you? The Four of Wands in reverse with the Six of Cups, okay? So, leading up to you meeting this person, you possibly have felt very sad that you were alone. Probably reflecting over your life and your past relationships and connections with people, and starting to feel like maybe you're the person that's being too harsh here. So this is trying to teach you that no matter who you date, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, it's always going to be a balancing act, right? Not everybody is going to have 100% of what you're looking for and what you need. It's all about what you're willing to accept and tolerate in this connection, okay? So it's always a balancing act. You're going to give up something. You're going to give up this to get this. What are you willing to compromise? What are you willing to sacrifice? And the question is, with this particular individual, they're showing you that they're not who they say they are. They're applying pressure. They're demanding. They're being very aggressive. They are overwhelming you. Like they're not giving you room to breathe. Okay. And it is here for a reason. Like all of this negative energy is here for a reason. And Spirit is telling you, don't ignore these things that are being revealed to you, because this is showing you exactly who it is that you're dealing with. And it's up to you to believe it. Okay? It's up to you to believe it. Now, what do you need to do to heal? You got to detach from this person. Okay? They're coming in as the devil. They're coming in as somebody that is unhealthy, which we've already discussed. They're have addictive behavior. They're full of drama. You have a love-hate relationship with them. It's definitely toxic. It's all about them meeting their manly expectations. Okay? That's what it's about. They don't care about you as a woman. They don't care about you as a person. They don't care about you as a partner. They don't care about you as a lover.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
They just ready to get you in a space to where they can take advantage of you, get what they want to get out of you, and move on. That's where they are, okay? So what do you need to do? Spirit is telling you clear as day. Leave this person alone. Walk away. You're not going to miss anything if you take what you have with you and walk away from this connection. You got to protect your inner child in all of this too. This Mickey Ficky right here is coming to the table with all of this shenanigans. And the question is for what? Why? Why? Why are they targeting you? Why are they coming around here playing games with you? It's very forceful, okay? And if you don't know anything else about anything else, when you got to force something, that means it ain't for you. Yep. The Fool at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Okay? You're about to make an impulsive decision trying to pacify this person because you're too afraid to stand on business. If that ain't how you feel, if you don't feel like you in a place to be intimate with somebody, why would you force somebody to be in. I mean, like, just why? Why? This person is applying all kind of pressure because they want you to feel guilty for what they've done. Nobody asked you. That's all a part of dating and getting to know somebody. You're going to be whining and dining them because you're trying to illustrate to them that I am a suitable suitor for you, that I am a qualified candidate for you. But instead, this mofo over here feel like they entitled.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. I don't owe you anything. Okay? I don't owe you anything. People date people all the time, and it never goes anywhere. Okay? People get to know people all the time, and it never goes anywhere. That does not necessarily mean that you have the innate ability to be demanding and to dictate what I do, when I do it, and how I do it, okay? Okay, so you invested some money in me. I don't owe you anything for it. So what is this about? Justice. Okay? Justice is here. The truth about this person is about to come out. Okay? And the way that this is coming out is in perfect harmony. And the reason why I say that is because the Justice card is number 11, as is the imperfect harmony. All of these things are going to come together. Okay? All of these things are going to come together. And I feel like you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, are going to confront them. Okay? You're going to confront them. You're not liking the way that they're applying pressure. You're not liking the way that they're trying to force you to make a decision that you're not ready to make, which is very different for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, I will say, because sometimes you can be very sporadic and very erratic in how you do things, right? And at this particular time, it's just not sitting well with your energy. And you're just sitting back like, I don't know what it is, but I can't put my finger on it. But the truth is being exposed, which is why you have been taking a step back and reflecting. You might be even very cold and bitchy towards this person, okay, right now. Because it's like, every time they call you, like, what? And this is where they're getting irritated too. All right? You must be used to me spending all this sweet whining and dining, but I'm tonight. Period. And you just over here like, excuse me?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
So with this recording, with this butt dial, with this announcement, this is where that clarification is coming from, that confirmation is coming from. This is where all of the truth is coming from, right here. You didn't want to believe it before. It's here. Okay? It didn't seem like at today's age, you will have to deal with somebody who's playing these games. But you do. Okay, but you do. Too many cards, Spirit. Here it is again. This was a game, okay? I'm telling you, this was a game. This person could already be married and involved with somebody else. It feels like this person may have also just been trying their luck to see if they still got it, okay? But this person had no intentions on ever being with you in a more serious way.
Bruh.
And so while you have been trying to manifest and bring forth a love that's quality, that's sincere, that is vibrant, and you may have got excited by the character that you've met, is disingenuous to who this person really truly is. And that goes back to this recording as well. Okay? This revealing, this thing that you hear. The Knight of Wands. Okay? Now that you know that you're not the only person, now that you realize that they have been entertaining other people, okay? Now that you see that this ain't all that it's cracked up to be, okay? You are really in a place where you're just like, okay, this is really bizarre, right? It's like, how did I end up here? But Spirit has been trying to tell you this whole time, if you just pump your brakes, if you just slow down, if you look at all the signs, if you pay attention to all of the things that they are saying and not saying, okay? Like, I'll give you an example. In a conversation, someone may say, would it bother you if I were sleeping with someone else? And their response is, not if you allowed me to watch. Okay? Well, if I slept with someone else and I disallowed you the opportunity to watch, then you would be bothered. That's what they didn't say. Okay? So Spirit is telling you to pay attention to what they're saying and what they're not saying. Because when you listen to what they're actually saying, they're exposing themselves. And you're over here being confounded, like they're not telling you what it is. No, they're telling you exactly what it is and what it ain't. You just not listening.
What do you mean by that?
So it's no point in you putting up a fight. It's no point in you coming in hot, letting this person know that you heard what they said, that you, what are you confronting them for? Why are you even going through all the motions of that? Just hang up the phone. Block them. What are you getting out of here, that out of this situation that is so magnificent that they don't deserve to be blocked? Hang up the phone, block them, delete them, and never look back again.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Don't overlook it. Stop feeling like something gonna change. Ain't nothing about this situation is gonna change. This person is showing you exactly who they are. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Are you waiting for them to come forward and tell you, I like you? You my side chick, but I'm married? What exactly are you expecting for this person to say to you? What are you expecting for this person to do? They've showed their hand. They have exposed themselves. The truth has been revealed. Whether they wanted it to come out or not. Spirit said, I have been showing you all this time who this person is and what they're not. And instead of you paying attention to your intuition, let me show you better than I can tell you through the form of you overhearing a conversation that you were not intended to hear. Let me let you you hear what they are really saying about you. Time limit like that. Like, how do you even get to this point to where you can fix your mouth to even say something like that? Like, it's my choice. It's my decision whether or not I am going to play that game with you. You don't get the right to tell me when, where, how, or why, what I am going to do. You don't get the right. But part of this, Marco got me over here cracking up. Marco like, damn, my ex out in these streets. She's a Taurus. And that's part of the problem. That is part of the problem. That is part of the problem. This earth sign is over here feeling like they're entitled. And what exactly are you entitled to? What does this person owe you?
Denied.
They don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you nothing. If you went out here and you spending your money on somebody because you choose to, spend your money on somebody. That's just you doing it out the kindness of your heart. But for you to be out here thinking that somebody owes you something because you taking your good hard-earned money and splitting the bank, like, what? Oh, come on. Body parts are not up for sale. That is very much so illegal. Now, fair exchange ain't no robbery. Okay? But it is fraud and coercion when I am not agreeing to the terms and the conditions of this exchange. And what I am telling you is, for this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they were in the place of thinking that this is a divine connection that they've manifested in their life because they're able to get all of the things that they're looking to get. Okay? And I am looking for and I'm believing because you're showing up as the counterfeit, as the replica, as the deceptive, as the fraud that you are. I'm thinking that I done got me a good man, Savannah, only to find out that this mother trucker ain't nowhere near what they said that they are, doing what they said they doing.
Damn.
It's that simple. So now I gotta pull back. With this Four of Swords, I got to pull back. I need to take several seats back. Because at this point, I need to exit stage left. This ain't what I said I was signing up for.
Do not come.
So what is this? You cannot rationalize and process fraud for truth. So why are you trying to coerce this person to give you an answer and to speak to something that they never intended on having happen? This person never intended on having to be accountable for their actions and their behaviors. This person wanted to come, string you along for as long as they could, walk away without a trace, and block and delete you.
Oh my God.
So why is it now that the shoe is reversed and their truth has been exposed? Why is it that you so afraid to do this to them?
Oh, hell no. Oh.
Why are you holding on to this connection? What is it about this connection that is making you feel so good that you just gotta have it? This is what makes this toxic. Because instead of you leaving it alone, over here playing the game. They done exposed their hand. They done told you who they are. They done told you how they running. They done told you what their intentions was. Whether or not they meant to share that insight with you, you were exposed the truth. And the question then becomes, what are you going to do with this information now that it has been exposed, now that it has been revealed, now that you've had time to process, now that you've had time to understand what is your next step? How do you move forward, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, knowing that this person is a fraud, knowing that this person is a counterfeit, knowing that this person is up here just wasting your good and precious time? Okay. What do you do? So if you want to know the answer to this, I want you to go ahead and put those paper, pen, and notebook emojis. Paper, pen, and notebook emojis, because, child, it's time for us to get into this thing. Here we go. Now, as I respectfully step out of this business and we land at a potential final outcome, child, I can only say potential because you have free will. Free will is always at play. You might be like, Mimi, I don't know what you're talking about. I got me a good man, okay? Ugh. You can say all of that. Cool, that's your business. Spirit can show you the path, but it's up to you to decide which one you want to take, all right? So with that being said, what is the potential final outcome here? What is this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius going to do now that this information has been exposed about this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? It's warlock energy. Thank you, Spirit. It's definitely warlock energy, okay? We got the Queen of Wands here in reverse. All right. Now that you are starting to see this for what it is, you realize that there's nothing here for you. Okay. So I feel like you're immediately going to be turned off by this. And you're not going to want to proceed to move forward with this person. And you have every reason and every right to feel that way. Okay. We got the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay? Again, turning you off. You may stop answering messages. You may stop hyper-focusing on this connection. You may start to fade to black and leave this person hanging high and dry. And I mean, really, that's really the right approach, I think. But I think the better approach to this would be for you just to go ahead and block this person. Why are you so afraid to block this person? You just keep allowing this person to think that they got a chance at snowball's hell. And the question is why? Why won't you just go ahead and block this person? Because you scared that this ain't going to come out in your favor. You scared that this is going to be unfair. You scared that if you pull the trigger on this per se and let them know, then you feel like you the person that's wrong. Like how you going to let somebody else make you feel guilty for the things that they doing? That's very manipulative, don't you think? They the ones playing games with you. But you feel like if you go ahead and block their number down, now you playing games with them. No, you're responding.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Are they not deserving of that energy? You don't owe them an explanation for why you just want to leave them alone. You heard it. Cut them off.
Stupid.
Let it go.
Survey said.
What more do you have to lose? You already ain't been intimate with them. You're winning. You gaining the whining and the dining, the luxury lifestyle. You winning. This person is over here stressing out.
What more do you want from me?
You winning. Why don't you see it as a win? Take your wins and go home. You got to know when to check out. When you over here gambling at the casino, you got to know when it's time to take your earnings and go home. Didn't I just say you got to learn when to take your earnings and go on? Take your earnings and go on. Take all the good and all the bad that has come from this connection and move on. It's no need for you to try to stay here and try to figure it out. It is what it is. This person is not who you think they are. They've been exposed. Spirit is saying, honey, pay attention to the flashing lights. Wow! It's only so many ways Spirit can tell you all the things they're telling you. But you keep on thinking it's a God-sent connection with this lover's card here. There is a purpose for this. This is to help you improve and streamline your dating. That's it. It is not here for anything else other than that. God put this person in your life to teach you the lesson so that when you see these things be coming up again in your future relationships, you know from practical experience, this ain't what you want. And when you see it, you be like, oh, okay, I've been here before. I done this. Ain't doing it again. Ain't doing it again. Now let's take a minute to reflect, because I mean, like, it's that simple. How does this reading align with what you expected? Does it bring you relief? Does it bring you excitement, hesitation? If you could rewrite this story, what would you think it is? You would think that they're going to commit. You would think that they would up and lead the other person for you. This was a game. This was a joke. This was a scam. This was all of these things that you don't want to be in a relationship. So this is your chance to choose growth over fear and alignment over ego and peace over confusion. What are you going to do? I want you to write that down in the chat. Now that you know that this is their motive, what are you going to do? I want to thank you so much for tuning in to PiSeas Tarot with me, your girl, Mimi Lightseer. If you enjoyed today's reading and if it moved you, helped you out, and called you out with a little bit of love, don't forget to subscribe, give me that thumbs up, and drop a comment in the section below and let me know what resonates with you. Remember, this reading is timeless, so you can always come back to today's link and replay it at any time that you may want to. If you want to do a personal one-on-one reading with me, I am booking right now at PiSeasTarot.com, okay? Don't be shy. Spirit may have just a little bit more to share with you than what I've talked about today, but we can dive into your personal situation and give you some clarity, all right? Please remember, okay, I will never reach out to you to solicit you for any readings, okay? That's not what I do. If you want to book me for an appointment, I am working one-on-one with you only through PiSeasTarot.com. Always ensure that you're interacting with official channels to avoid potential scams, okay? I want to the pod. I want to welcome back all of my guppies. Thank you so much for being a part of this space. And to everyone who has showed up and gifted me not only your time, your talent, but your treasure, I appreciate you in this space. Remember, y'all, everyone is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So remember to be kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is. Okay? That's where your power lies. I want you to leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'm going back to bed. Okay? Good night.